is too good, and I don't want to forget because I know that it's for someone who is listening. Let me tell you something that just fell in my spirit. Who you choose is going to be so much better when you're healed, when you're whole, when your mind is in a different place than where it was when you were broken and, struggling with low self-esteem and believing that you had to accept anyone or anything that asked you for your number or even asked you for your hand in marriage. Some of you all are afraid to start over again, thinking that you're going to make the same mistakes that you made at 17, at 22, hey, even at 42. Maybe back then you were in a place where you were dealing with some traumatic experiences. Maybe you didn't know how to love you. Maybe you never took the moment or took the time to really look at your values and see what it is that you wanted because you were told you weren't good enough. Or it was subliminally spoken through how you were treated by your mom or someone that was supposed to love you. But now you are in a different place. You have to believe that, and you have to know that. Don't be afraid to open your heart to who and what God is bringing into your life. You're not who you were before, so you're not going to make the same choices that you made before. That renewed mind in Christ is so essential to our walk and to our daily decisions, even down to who we partner with in life, the connections that we make in life. Yes, even marriage. When your thoughts change, your desires change, your appetite change, and listen, you become not bougie, you don't become picky, you don't become this person where nobody and nothing is good enough. No, you just have a standard. You know that you deserve better and that you deserve more. And just because the few that came around wasn't in alignment with your life doesn't mean that there is absolutely no one out there. It is absolutely no reason for you to lower the bar, for you to lower your standards, okay? Listen, you're making healthier choices. Don't make all these healthy choices in your life as far as your health and backslide in that area of your relationships and kind of take you back to what you used to like and what you used to desire and what you used to go for or settle for because your mind wasn't in the place that it is now. Wait for what you want. All right? Wait for what you want. Know that you're deserving of what you're waiting for. And know that your choices are going to be so much better because now you aren't depending on another person to produce happiness and joy in your life. We understand that as women of God, that comes from God. It isn't a man and it isn't a woman that makes us whole. It is Jesus who makes us whole, okay? He is where we get our joy. Our relationship with him even produces the faithfulness that we have, which makes us different. But there is still something unique about kingdom marriages. There is something unique about the coming and the joining together of a man and a woman who has sought God, who know who they are and know that their marriage isn't just to have cute little kids, a reel on Instagram of your engagement, that you have an assignment, that you have a kingdom assignment, that God has chosen you from the womb for each other, for this time, for this moment. You are waiting for that person that isn't only going to love you, but get in the fire with you, get into the trenches with you. My husband and I wrote a book called Tried in the Fire. We shared and that is being revised and it'll be up again on Amazon. But we go and we talk about the tests and the trials that we went through. But it is while we were single. It was while we allowed God to regulate our mind and transform our mind and surrender his will that we were able to come into this marriage, listen, and give all of us, come into this marriage saying, look, I'm not just here to have you on my arm, but I'm here to serve you. I'm here to grow with you. I'm here. We're giving grace to one another because we are in the same race. And I couldn't have made the decision that I made without allowing God to do some healing, to do some soul searching, and even get a little deliverance, okay? And even come to God and bear it all and allow him to do the work that he needed to do in me. And that work doesn't end. It is continuous. It will continue. So you're not waiting till you get perfect to get a a spouse or anything like that, but you want to make sure that your decisions, you're making sound decisions, that you're moving in wisdom, that you are choosing based upon your destiny, based upon your purpose, and not just how you feel in a moment, especially if those feelings towards yourself are negative, because then you'll find yourself accepting things in relationships that you were never meant to, that you were never ordained to, because you are the apple of God's eye. You deserve better. You are worthy. Your worth is more precious than stones, than a label, than a car, than anything on this earth. What is man that thou art mindful of him? Listen, not just man, but of woman. You are precious to God. You are deserving of what is coming to you. Don't go backwards. Go forward, trusting God that He has exactly what you need and what you desire. That's not just for a moment. That's not going to be short-lived, but that's going to produce something eternal. That you are going to be a power and a force within His kingdom. That you're going to be treated like the queen that you are, not because of a color, not because of an ethnicity. I'm talking to everyone and anyone listening. You don't deserve the abuse. God didn't make you a punching bag. God didn't create you to be torn down mentally or physically. Men and women, yes, I'm talking to you. You're in a better place now. Don't go back to the thing that dragged you down, that had you crying, that you had to go through this whole process of healing to become the person that you are today. Trust God's plan for your life. Your choice is going to be so much better now that you're healed. You're not tripping. Some people, I got to stay right here. Somebody is trying to cause somebody to go back, and they're saying, listen, you don't got that much time. Listen, he got this and he got that. But it's something within you saying, no, I cannot move. I cannot move. I cannot settle. It's something that God has for me that's beyond the materialism, that's beyond what I can see. So it's not just about how He looks. It's about what's in Him. It's about what He carries. It's about our purpose and our destiny being in alignment with one another. And I'm not going to move. I'm not going to go and just get anything and say yes to anything and go back to anything just because I don't see anything in front of me. The just shall live by faith. Our purpose is so much more than to just get married and to have children anyway. But still, because you know God has called you to marriage, because you know that He has a spouse for you and you desire marriage, trust God. Continue to be prayerful. Don't go back. Don't go back to your old decisions just because you're tired or just because you figure you need to bend a little bit. No, wait. You're going to realize that there's someone on the other side not bending, believing that God is going to present you to them as well. Okay? You have a wonderful day. You have a blessed day. And girl, don't you settle. All right?
Pray that this message was a blessing to you. For those of you who are seeing me for the first time, my name is Nicole Hinton, and I have written multiple books, but I've co-authored the book, Those Who Wait on God, with my husband. It is a testimony of how God divinely orchestrated our meeting and our marriage. It has blessed people all over the world. So many singles have read it and shared how they were encouraged and are now married. There are also married people who have gotten our book and have been blessed by the testimonies of God's miraculous provision. It is going to bless you. Now, the one on the left, called Singleness, A Gift from God. This is a 7-day devotional and journal that I just published a few months ago, and it has been a blessing to singles. It is not just 7 pages. There's so many nuggets in this devotional. It's near and dear to my heart because so many say, I'm like a big sister to them, or I've encouraged them through my marriage. But in this devotional, I really get to pour apart from my testimony. I get to give you what I believe would have been such a major blessing to me at any stage of my walk, whether I had just rededicated my life back to Him or I had been walking with the Lord for a long time. So this is for the new believer and this is for the seasoned believer. If you're in between 118, well, 18 and 100, this is going to be a blessing to you. It is for the one that feels as if singleness is a calling, and it's for the one that is also in preparation for marriage. I mean, as a married woman, I'm not just saying this because I wrote it, but it blessed my life tremendously writing it. There's some things that the Lord was just dropping in my spirit while I was writing that I'm like, wow, if I knew this, had this revelation, you know, while single, I would have avoided a lot of things. And so we get into worth and identity, and it's just so much encouragement. You're going to leave every day encouraged. You're going to have a section to write notes, to reflect, and to journal. I explain why journaling is just so beautiful. It's a way to record your spiritual journey, and to just write out your thoughts, God's promises, and all of that. So, yes, you can purchase both books on Amazon, or you can email me and I will ship you out an autographed copy with the devotional when you purchase directly from me, the author. You will also get a complimentary pen to go with your devotional. But I just pray that you've been encouraged by this message. And here's some more encouragement through books. There are people who have said, I am not a reader. I'm visual, but this book blessed me, and that's both of them. So I just pray that it continues to be a blessing to those whose hands it gets into, and that God is just continually being glorified, and that you make the choices that align with the perfect will of God for your life. And both of these are going to encourage you to do so. All right. I love you with the Lord, and I will talk to you all soon.